blood cell count is improving. He said the cancer might not be as aggressive as Cecilia's fork clattered onto her plate. What? She cleared her throat, forcing a smile. I mean, doctors can be wrong. Let's not get our hopes up. Yeah, Pender added quickly. False hope is cruel. We should prepare for the worst. I nodded slowly, but in the back of my mind, I thought about how I'd already spent my $300,000 bonus. The Mercedes AMG in storage. The downtown penthouse already furnished. Every day they thought I was at treatment. I was living my actual life. It almost made me feel guilty until it was time for the funeral planning. Mom pulled out a literal binder. We've picked your casket, she said, showing me the cheapest option. And Cecilia's giving your eulogy. We told the funeral home payment in full comes from life insurance, Dad explained. He'd also cashed out his entire 401k with a 40% penalty, losing the $80,000 he'd saved for 30 years. Smart thinking, I wheezed. Cecilia had dropped out of college in her final semester, forfeiting her degree and $60,000 in tuition. My mom had broken the apartment lease, owing $15,000 in penalties, and told her landlord to sue her because I'll be rich soon. That night I heard them on a conference call with a voice I didn't recognize. We need another $100 grand, Dad was saying. The insurance pays out in 2 months maximum. You understand what happens if you don't pay? The accent was thick and there was casino music in the background. We'll have your money, Pender promised. His organs are failing. My life had been reduced to collateral. The next morning, Mom handed me a coffee with shaking hands. It tasted bitter. Wrong. I pretended to drink it while she watched, then poured it out later. The residue at the bottom looked grainy. They were trying to speed things up. The next morning, I scheduled a family meeting for Sunday, saying the doctors wanted to discuss hospice options. They practically celebrated. They had no idea the funeral they'd planned wasn't mine. It was theirs. I lay on that couch for hours, staring at the ceiling and replaying every word from the kitchen. The way Mom calculated the insurance payout like she was shopping for groceries. How Pender mapped out his business plans using my death as startup capital. Cecilia giggling about wedding funds while I supposedly rotted from cancer in the next room. When morning light started filtering through the curtains, I knew I couldn't just pack my bags and disappear. They'd committed crimes, real federal offenses, and if I walked away, they'd just find another mark or keep spiraling into worse decisions. But I also knew I needed to be smart about this, not emotional. Tristan always said the difference between a good soldier and a dead one was knowing when to call for backup. I grabbed my phone and stepped outside to the back porch, dialing his number.